guys, it's Nebula. I'm here in Queer. And today I'm going to be talking about issues right now, and also about these topics. I don't know if you can see this thingy. If you can't, then that's a bit embarrassing. But I'm also going to be drawing while I do it, so yeah. Let's do this. Don't know if I have the right brush on. No, that's definitely not the right brush. So, currently, I don't know if you have heard, but there have been lots of issues. That's the right brush. In America and in Poland with LGBTQ rights. And the issues are that in America, they have got a new Supreme Court judge that is extremely homophobic and Islamophobic from what I've heard. And they're trying to roll back LGBTQ rights, which obviously is a giant issue in itself, but it's a bigger issue because Trump supports it. And yeah, people are protesting for their rights once again. And I wish I could help, but I don't live in America, so I can't help. And yeah. That's what's happening in America right now when it comes to LGBT rights. I have seen very few people talking about what's going on in Poland right now when it comes to both LGBT rights and abortion rights. And basically, if you are unaware, what's been happening is they made the abortion laws even stricter than they were before. And abortion is practically illegal in Poland right now. In cases of course, rape and incest, it's allowed. But if there's like a severe issue with the child and it won't survive, for sure, you're not allowed to abort. Even if the baby will definitely not survive, you can't have an abortion. And I find that really messed up, because you're going to get to know that baby for an hour or so. And then the baby is just another loss if it dies. And it's going to be really hard for you. I think even if you wouldn't have an abortion yourself, you should be pro-choice, because people should get to choose if they think an abortion is the only way for them. And yeah, basically what's been going on in Poland. And that's just with abortions. There's even more. But basically, the education minister, I think that's what it's called, but they got a new one, and the new one is much more homophobic and just sexist in general than the old one was, which is absolutely great. That was sarcasm, if you happen to not be able to tell. But basically, yeah. a lot of messed up stuff is happening in Poland, and barely anyone's talking about it. And barely anyone's talking about it. And when I talked to some people about it, they insist that it's not true. And they insist that it's fake news and people are making it to give Poland a bad reputation. When that is completely untrue, what's happening is actually true. The lengths that people will go to defend their home country astonishes me. Even though I'm also Polish, it just astonishes me how people can do this. It's just not right, you know? But anyway, another thing is when you're having a respectful argument, with someone who has a different political opinion, let's just say, sometimes they use "you don't understand politics" or "you're too young to understand politics" as an excuse, when you actually know a lot more about politics than them, because these people usually, let's say all lives matter, and you know what sort of person that is. But when you tell them about all these issues that they say are political, which aren't, but that's another topic. Most of the time when they say all lives matter, they know nothing about these issues, and it's just like, what extent do you believe all lives matter if you don't know about any of these issues and you don't care about any of them? But that's just a big issue in itself. All lives matter. Like, I believe that all lives matter, but all lives matter is being used to go against Black Lives Matter. Which is a big issue because the Black Lives Matter protests are about police brutality, and All Lives Matter is just what they're using. They're trying to just take the attention off of Black Lives Matter. And it's an issue. It's a big issue. But next topic, I will probably talk about these topics in more detail. But basically, some people say that supporting Trump, you should be able to be friends with someone who supports Trump because it's just a difference of opinion. And in my opinion, if they had said conservative, then I would agree. Because, okay, you have a different political view. I don't care. But if you support Trump, then that's bad morals. Because Trump is many bad things. He's sexist, he's homophobic, he's transphobic. And there's many ways to prove that. But if you support him and those morals of his, then I'm not going to be able to get along with you. Please get away from me. Because he has done so many messed up things that would oppress people like me and others. And he's done so many bad things that just, I won't be able to get along with someone who supports him. If you support conservatives but not Trump, then okay, I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. But if you support Trump, different story. I don't know if anyone's heard what's happening in Nigeria. It's not on my list of topics, but just as an afterthought, I'm adding this. I don't know if anyone's heard, but people need to start speaking up about this because it's a giant issue and nobody's talking about it. enough. So basically, if you're unaware, I wasn't aware until quite recently actually, but basically what's happening in Nigeria is people are protesting about police brutality and other things. I don't remember what else they're protesting about, but I'm pretty sure it's about the police being quite corrupt there. But basically, the police have been trapping protesters and tear gassing them and seriously injuring them. People are saying that ambulances are able to get to them, but they're not, because they're getting trapped in by the police at these protests. And it's just not possible for ambulances to get to these injured people. And like they're making, I don't remember exactly what's happening, but please research about this. And if you have any more information, tell me so I can make another video about it, because this is a big issue that's not being talked about nearly enough. And that pretty much is all I have to talk about today. As always, Black Lives Matter, ACAB, LGBTQ rights matter, so please, if you're able to protest, please do so. And yeah, stay strong, guys. Remember that I love and support all of you, so please stay safe. Bye.